Hello, BookTube. I thought I'd do a mail haul. I got a package in the mail this morning, and it's from Hamilton Books, booksellers. Um, I used to get books from them back in like the 1980s. They used to always have these big print catalogs. And I stopped doing so over the years, and then watching Peg over at the History Shelf, wonderful channel, she's reminded me that they existed, and this is already the second order I've made from them. So, Peg, you're costing me money, but you also helped me find great stuff, so I appreciate that. So they came packaged like this, pretty hefty. So I thought I'd just open them up and let you see what I got. Beautiful day here in Vermont. I will go after I'm done with this. My wife's out potting flowers, and let me get my hand over here. The rest of the day will be spent mowing the lawn for the first time this year. We will go buy some more plants. I think I should rip this too. And then we will just spend as much time outdoors as we can. So I'm going to slide these out so I don't catch them on the staple, so you may be able to see what they are, but that's fine. Now, a couple of these I've already read, or I have them in the public library where I work, but I wanted my own copies. And one of them I'm taking a bit of a fairly, not much of a risk on. I mean, I know about the author. So this first one here is a New York Review of Books reprint. It's a book I've read 3 times, is how much I love it. And I wanted it for my Books on Books collection. And this is Sasha Abramsky, The House of 20,000 Books. I think Peg said she has this too at the History Show. It's a volume I just admire. I admire the character. It had a little connection with Isaiah Berlin, somebody I read quite a bit about. Let me read it to you. Well, the lighting's in here is a little rough. I've had to move around 3 or 4 times because shafts of light are coming in each of the windows, which is wonderful but not great for filming. In The House of 20,000 Books, the story of Shimon Abramsky, an extraordinary polymath and bibliophile who amassed a vast collection of socialist literature and Jewish history, the 80th son of one of the century's most important rabbis. Shimon was born in 1916 near Minsk, spent his early teenage years in Moscow, and then emigrated to London, where he became involved in left-wing politics. And that gives you a little setup. But this is an amazing, if you're a book person, or if you're interested in the book scene in London, Eastern European life, Jewish life, all of that. This is a really good book. There's something clicking over there. I wonder if the cat's tearing at the carpet. I hope not. So yeah, this is The House of 20,000 Books. And the New York Review of Books has done a reprint. Yes, it was the cat. And he's looking like he's got an attitude going, which is fine. Cats do that. Then another one that I've read, it's a wonderful book. I got this in a hardback, and it wasn't very much money at all. This was Edward Wilson Lee, and this is the Catalog of Shipwrecked Books. Christopher Columbus, his son, in the quest to build the world's greatest library. And this is a fantastic story. These are the end papers, very nice. And this is Scribner's out of New York. And it is 2018. I actually first saw this, I believe, on Steve Donahue's channel when he got his review copies. So let me read you a little bit about this. In this innovative work of history, Edward Wilson Lee tells the extraordinary story of Hernando Colon, a singular visionary of the printing press age who also happened to be Christopher Columbus' illegitimate son. At the peak of the age of exploration, Hernando traveled with Columbus on his final voyage to the New World, which is amazing, a journey that ended in disaster, bloody mutiny, and shipwreck. After Columbus's death in 1506, the 18-year-old Hernando sought to continue and surpass his father's campaign to explore the boundaries of the known world by building a library that would collect everything ever printed, a vast holding organized by summaries and catalogs, the first ever search engine for the exploding diversity of written matter as the printing press proliferated across Europe. Hernando restlessly and obsessively amassed his collection based on the groundbreaking conviction that a library of universal knowledge should even include materials often dismissed as ephemeral trash. Ballads, erotica, newsletters, popular images, romances, fables. The loss of part of his collection to another maritime disaster in 1522, documented in his poignant catalog of shipwrecked books, set off the final scramble to complete this sublime project, a race against time to realize a vision of near impossible perfection. This, another bookish book, wonderful. So I had to have it for my library. I did, my home library. Then, this one I didn't know about. This is Life and Culture, the Selected Letters of Lionel Trilling, edited by Adam Kirsch. That cat over there is, maybe it's the sun, maybe it's the summer weather, or the potential for summer weather just got him excited. This is Farrar, Straus, and Giroux. I'm having much fun watching him. He looks like he's about to bounce on a beam of light coming through the window. This is 2018 also. In the mid-20th century, Lionel Trilling was America's most respected literary critic. His powerful and subtle essays inspired readers to think about how literature shapes our politics, our culture, and ourselves. His most widely read collection, The Liberal Imagination, epitomized a time that has been called the Age of Criticism. To his New York intellectual peers, Trilling could seem reserved and circumspect. But in his selected letters, Trilling is revealed in all his variousness and complexity. We witness his ardent courtship of Diana Trilling, who would become an eminent intellectual in her own right. His alternatively affectionate and contentious rapport with former students such as Allen Ginsberg and Norman Podhoretz. His complicated politics of Partisan Review and other fabled magazines of the period. And Trilling's relationship with other leading writers of his time, including Saul Bellow, Edmund Wilson, and Norman Mailer. In Life and Culture, edited by Adam Kirsch, Trilling's letters add up to an intimate portrait of a great critic and of America's intellectual journey from the political passions of the 30s to the cultural conflicts of 1960s and beyond. So I just had to grab this. We'll see, right? And then, which was for me the prize, what I was most excited about, and the thing I picked out first. This is Pierre Boulez, Music Lessons, the College de France lectures. Big old beast of a thing here. What is it, Faber, I think? Yeah, Faber and Faber. So, let's see. Edited and translated by Jonathan Dunsby, Jonathan Goldman, and Arnold Whittle. Let's see. This first published in 2018 by Faber and Faber Limited. If there's anything else interesting on there. No, that's about it. So under the contents we have a preface by Jonathan Goldman, Pierre Boulez lecturer by Natiez. Then you have the lectures themselves, I'm assuming. Preliminaries, From Work to Idea, Composer's Gestures, and these are sections. There was more than one lecture in each one. The problem of thematics, the eye and the ear, memory, writing, and form, and an index, which is nice. I didn't quite expect that. The influence of Pierre Boulez owes as much to his formidable talents as a writer and polemicist as to his gifts as a composer and conductor. He remains one of the most dominant and most revered figures in the world of classical music. During his lifetime, he published several influential books with Faber, perhaps most notably Orientations, which came out in 1986. Translated into English for the first time, Music Lessons contains the text of Boulez's Collège de France lectures, his most significant writings from the 1970s to the 1990s, which will make a major contribution to the discussion in English of Boulez's aesthetic legacy. This book will be invaluable to composers, music historians, theorists, and music students, as well as those interested in the history and aesthetics of 20th century music, musical manifestations of artistic modernism, and the history of ideas, French intellectual and cultural history. So I'm excited to have this. This is what I was going for. And it has little blurbs by Books and Booksmen, Observer, New Statesman, and The Guardian. Tom Service for The Guardian. So yeah, that's it. So I'll do a little Donahue pyramid here, Steve pyramid. Let's see. So well, I should do them in order. So we have Pierre Boulez, Music Lessons, the College de France lectures. We have the Catalog of Shipwrecked Books by Edward Wilson Lee about Christopher Columbus's son, a bibliophile and sort of proto-librarian. Life and Culture, the Selected Letters of Lionel Trilling, edited by Adam Kirsch. And last but not least, Sasha Abramsky, the House of 20,000 Books, New York Review of Books reprint. Strongly recommend this book. This is just a wonderful book. So there you go. I'm going to go out, do a little bit of work. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And thank you, BookTube.